Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, July the 10th, and here we are on Facebook Live. It is hot in Southern Ontario as I'm traveling around on my Behind the Red Door traveling TV show, where we are uploading these videos each week as I'm moving around in Southern Ontario. And yes, they are reposted right after each time I do them live on my YouTube channel called Tamron's Place. So please, if you have not done so, yes, I'm going to encourage you guys to go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell so that you can see the uploads as they are posted each week, because pretty soon they're going to be a little bit more frequent. So again, I am here live every Tuesday at 222. I do a reading, a 2-card draw from Colette Baron Reid's deck. Post this up here. Wisdom of the Oracle. So it actually isn't a tarot deck that I use, but I love to share whose information I'm always using each week. This is 2018, and I'm currently learning this deck. So as I am learning, I am sharing my knowledge with all of you guys. So we do a 2-card draw. And I made a change last week because what has happened in the past was a lot of my people who were in my membership or people I was meeting and I was helping them with some of the challenges that they were going through. We were using their questions and keeping them anonymous for the videos here each week. But my intuition is telling me to do things a little bit more differently. I will be launching my Tamron's Place membership again coming this September. So I've got some ideas, and even today's reading is actually applying to me. So that's awesome. So there's some things I still need to get into place so that I can get the membership set up so that I can encourage more people to share with their fellow entrepreneurs and to truly understand what you are going to gain by being a member, because I want you guys to get more value. And last year when I did it as a trial basis, we had a lot of fun. And again, it pretty much runs throughout the school season. So it runs from September, mid-September to about mid-December, and then we launch again in February, and we go till about May. So it's actually like a business school for about 8 months of the year. And during the summers, when I become more creative, I get more ideas and I decide what it is that I'm going to be doing for the upcoming school year. So I'm super excited about that. I'll be sharing more with you guys each week as I go along. So I'm going to encourage you to subscribe to my channel under Tamron's Place, because as I'm gaining more information, I will be posting updates on there as well. The reason why I do this is because people tend to follow me on Facebook and YouTube. Those are my 2 go-to places. That's where people know me, and it's easier. So it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to encourage you guys to do that. So now what I'm doing in a nutshell is whatever is kind of happening universally on the planet, these are the questions and the emotions and the challenges that people are going through on a universal level, so that I can help more people each week to, again, stay in tune with yourself, to rebuild that spiritual muscle. I offer holistic modalities and spiritual techniques for you guys each week on how to keep you guys in alignment so that you don't lose yourself, right? Because these are times of change right now on the planet, and there is a lot happening. And to be honest, the more people I can support so that you guys don't lose yourself, the better I'm going to feel as well. And that's why I like to openly share as well. So remember, what you guys are going through and what I'm posting each week now, I'm feeling it too. So it just feels more in alignment to be sharing more, because it's not me telling what to do. It's me sharing, okay, this is really what I've been doing. And as a storyteller, that's really what I've been doing for so long myself anyways, and being more in touch with that. All right. So it's going to stay that way. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. So again, it is hot, and you guys can see as I'm talking, again, I'm feeling the heat. I was just outside a little bit. So each week I also share with you guys what it is that I'm drinking. This is why we call it the Tea and Tarot reading each week. So I am actually using a high-grade lemon essential oil in my cold water today, again, because with the heat, we don't want to feel stagnant. We get very tired. And to be honest, when we study the body more holistically, when we are around a lot of heat and feeling tired, people tend to feel angry. And we tend to react to things differently if we weren't as hot. Okay, so adding lemon to your water and actually, pure lemon into your diet, making salad dressings, that kind of stuff. Fresh lemon is really good because it keeps the liver balanced. You don't get as irritated by things that are happening on the planet because, again, this is what I think we're going to be seeing a lot of. So again, if things are bothering you guys of what, storms, fires, shootings, that kind of stuff, you know what? We don't want to react to what's happening on the planet because we carry that out in our daily lives, all right? So again, lemon is awesome to use. I encourage you guys to use it more than once a day, all right? So that's what I've got in my water. I'm actually going to take a quick sip before I keep going and talk to you guys about the reading today. So here we go. We've got Colette Baron-Reid's deck, Wisdom of the Oracle. And the question today that I really want to address is, what advice can I be offering you guys? And also this is for myself on how to release old family patterns of behavior so that you guys, and myself included, we can actually co-create our businesses in this new age. And the reason why this came to me because recently I've been I'm still in Southern Ontario, but recently I was actually watching the Oprah show because I don't get satellite where I am in Northern Ontario. And so my favorite TV is Netflix and YouTube, where I watch a lot of documentaries and I study things that way because I just love YouTube and Netflix. There's so much out there and you have a lot more freedom to talk about what you really want to talk about. But now that I'm back in the land of the living, I'm watching, more traditional TV. And I had an opportunity to watch her show. And she was interviewing Eckhart Tolle about his book, A New Earth. And that book was written many years ago. I'm sure the show was a repeat. And they were actually creating mini shows that were addressing each chapter of his book. Now, when that book came out for me, it was, again, there's lots of spiritual leaders out there, spiritual teachers. You got to find the person you connect with. They're all sharing the same knowledge, I believe. It's just a different tool and a different perspective on how to get the message across to us, right? So Eckhart Tolle was someone, I read his book and I couldn't really connect with the way he was explaining it. My favorite spiritual teachers are people that were more Hay House, more Carolyn Myss, Wayne Dyer, that kind of stuff, right? So as I was listening to this interview, I was like, wow, okay, he refers to things as the pain body. And so that's really what I want to talk about today is these patterns of behavior that we notice in our parents' generation and our grandparents. So this is what I'm going to use for example, because we have to remember as we are evolving on high speed right now around the planet, we're going to have a lot of differences from our other generations. And even for me, I'm a baby boomer generation, even talking to the millennials, which are our kids, we got to figure out how we're going to communicate because they look at life differently. I still think of things my way, and I still have my parents' generation, and even some of us still have our grandparents and great-grandparents, where it was their way of survival is very different from ours. So as I was listening to Eckhart Tolle, he talked about the pain body, which is, the story, the victim story, the belief pattern that is no longer true, right? So when we are in business and we are trying to do things in a different way, meaning co-create it, let's manifest it, let's visualize it, let's decide how we're going to do things, law of attraction, that kind of stuff. That's our language of today. But it's not our language of our parents, right? So today we're going to get 2 cards asking from Spirit on how we can address this. But I just want to remind you guys that when you see the differences in how we're having conversations with the different generations, what Eckhart Tolle talked about and what it reminded me is to be the observer of that experience, all right? So I'm going to give you guys an example. When you hear things like, oh, you got to work hard, how many hours did you work today? Did you get your 40 hours in this week? And, are you going to work harder, right? But a lot of us are thinking, we don't have to work like that. What if I spend more time focused on me and how I can keep myself balanced, time for meditation, time for journaling, again, just an example, making sure I'm eating healthy, doing what I can do for me so that I don't react to what's happening on the planet and pick up on that pain body of the fear that is happening. And so that way of living and being a producer in our business is actually more effective for our generation than in that past generation. But let's face it, they're not going to get it. They're not going to grasp it. And so it causes too much friction. And when we are having difficulty in our conversations with other people, when we're looking at someone and saying, you don't see it my way, and there's all this anger and confusion and chaos around the situation, rather than being a part of that anger and that emotion, you can learn how to step out of that and just observe it and bless the old pattern of behavior. All right, so I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to give you guys a little energy healing right after I pull the 2 cards, and I'm going to give you guys some of the experiences and the techniques that I've been using in my morning meditations, because as a member of Tamron's Place, these are the things we do together as a group, and we do them each week, right? So I share a lot of my tips on the way that I have found, and I find some information and I share it with people in the group. But there is like a quick little meditation you can do. So I'm going to use this experience for you guys because of what's happening on the planet. So, we're going to see some things going on, and we need to learn how to respond rather than react. All right. So we're going to do that right after the 2 card draw. So I have to remind myself I do have a note. Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm going to start checking again, because now that I'm using advanced technology, I'm going to make sure that no one actually has any questions as we're going on. So please remember that I will check. So if you do have any questions, let me know. Okay. So we've got lots of people on here. Okay, great. So we're going to do the 2 card draw, and then we're going to do this little mini meditation together, and I'll talk about the 3 high-grade essential oils you can be using if this is how you're feeling right now as well too, because these are the oils that I am using myself. So 2 card draw from, again, Colette Baron-Reid's deck, Wisdom of the Oracle. So how can we balance this out using or to co-create our life and to not have this anger from a different generation? So the first card that came up as the action step actually came up as Yang. And this is actually the first card in the deck. So I want you guys to take a good look at this deck, right? Yang. It's about creating your life. It literally is saying in this card, you can have whatever it is that you want, all right? So this is what we're going to do in the meditation. So this is your challenge, is understand that as we are evolving and we're living our life differently, there's no right or wrong. It is your own belief. And this is what this card is telling you. It's what you choose to believe is what's going to work for you. But if you're carrying around a lot of anger and frustration, this is what's going to stop it from happening. All right, because you got to be in the emotion of joy and flow and abundance. Like, look at this card in order to create it. Okay, so this is what we're going to do in the meditation. So the action step is actually saying, pull it back here so you guys can see it, poised. And this card came up in the challenged position, so it came upside down. So if the card came this way, it's like it's ready. It's like, it almost feels like, to me, this card looks like when you're ready to run the race, I used to be a sprint runner when I was a kid. So, when you're standing at the starting line and your body is poised and you're getting ready to start that race, like you're set, everything's in motion and ready to go. But the card came up upside down. So what this card is telling us is that the way that you want to create your life is you need to think about this. You need to meditate on this. You need to plan it, all right? Rather than just winging it. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you guys in that meditation, okay? So again, rather than staying in that energy of the frustration and the anger, we're going to co-create a different way of being in business, all right? So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly take, and by the way, I'm going to do this each week now. I'm going to do a mini meditation with you guys every Tuesday live. So again, it's a way of me supporting other people, a way for you guys to get to know me if you want to consider joining my community that's going to start up in September as well. And you'll be able to share these videos once you go onto my YouTube channel, because I'll be posting them up there and you can share them, because not all people know how to share live videos from Facebook. Some people know how, but not everybody, all right? So here we go. So what you want to do is you want to go into your mind. So we're going to take 3 quick breaths just to connect our energy together. And again, that's what I'm visualizing with all of you guys who are watching, whether this is live or it's going to be later on when you're seeing the recorded version. So you take 3 breaths and you just connect with my energy, all right? So you just take your breath in and out. A breath in and out. And a breath in and out. And so what I'm actually doing is I'm actually visualizing that you guys are connected to my energy as well. So I'm going to clear the noise. All right. So when I practice my meditations every morning, this is what I do. I get rid of the noise in my head, and I'm able, because I've been doing this for over 20 years now, I'm able to do this very quickly. Okay. So in my intuitive consultations, I'm in a state of meditation so I can support other people. Right. So whatever I'm hearing, that's the message that I pass through, whether it's doing using tarot cards or just an intuitive reading. Okay. So we're in this state. So I want you guys to visualize a situation where, let's say, where you're talking to your parents, right? And they're looking at you and they're going like, how do you think you're going to make money? You don't go to work. You sit at home. You're on the computer every day. You don't go anywhere. What's your job, right? And you're standing there going, how can I explain this to them differently? All right. So what you're going to do is, I want you guys to literally become the observer of this experience, and don't feel angry when you're looking at your parents. So say this is your parents here. When you're looking at your parents, rather than feeling anger and frustration towards them, send love and compassion. So hold that energy and that emotion of love and compassion, because they don't understand. Okay? Send that energy back out to them and turn the situation around. Okay? So now if you're sensitive, which a lot of people are who follow me, now that you're in this situation and you're standing there looking at your parents, okay? What do you feel coming back towards you? A sense of compassion. Right? Because what we put out there is what comes back to us in all circumstances. All right? So this is alchemy. This is how you can instantly change a situation. All right? And just be patient with it. So every time you catch yourself feeling frustrated, chaotic, whatever, in that similar situation, you don't want to keep recreating it. You want to change it. All right. So by doing that, the experience and the way that your parents are going to behave towards you is going to, is going to change. All right. So you will begin to notice that maybe they do want to learn. Maybe they don't understand it all, but they stop nagging you. There's all these different things. All right. So again, the mind is super, super powerful and to help us co-create our life. And when we can be in an energy of compassion and joy and understanding, the world is your oyster. All right. So if this isn't working for you and you're finding that you're having a little bit of trouble doing this, that's okay, because it's going to be your first time. But there are some essential oils that I'm going to recommend. I've been doing this now for over 2 years, 3 essential oils that can help to balance you emotionally. And the reason why is because essential oils are not just smelly things. If they are pure, certified, organic, they are a high grade. And what happens is when you apply them topically, like I've got here a roller ball, I make these up. I made up a summer kit for all kinds of people. When you apply them topically on your hair, or behind your neck, on your arm or whatever, you drink them internally like it is that I'm doing, you take supplements, they get into your bloodstream. And so when it gets into your bloodstream, they get into every single organ in your body, and every organ, including your brain, all right, gets affected. So you can shift your emotional body or the pain body, as Eckhart Tolle talked about, into a different state. And you can do this by using essential oils. All right. So I'm super excited because in this situation, there are 3 that I would definitely recommend for you guys. I'm going to be talking and referring to juniper berry a lot, probably throughout the summer. That is definitely one essential oil that you want to be using in this instance. You can use it in a diffuser as well. And juniper berry literally takes us out of fear, and it gives us that sense of courage, to do some of these things and to really try to be a little bit different in some of these situations. And the other essential oil that I would recommend in this situation is white fir and thyme. And the reason why is because white fir really helps us to heal the wounds and the pain of generational family patterns, okay? So I feel like that's actually what a lot of this awakening is going to be for the summer. We've got eclipses happening. We've got a new moon coming up in 2 days. And to me, that's what it feels like. So, if you've been feeling isolated in your family or, your work family or your tribe, and you just want to do things differently, this is going to help you to rebalance that and to feel more connected and still obtain your identity and not have all this animosity, anger, and chaos, all right? So white fir is beautiful for that. We've got white fir, juniper berry, and the third one, like I said, is thyme. And the reason why I would recommend thyme, because thyme really is the essential oil to help you with forgiveness, to let go, and to understand it's okay to be different. You are just forgiving the person. You are not forgiving the behavior, because you have to remember, we cannot force people to change. People don't change that much, all right? They have to, we can't tell them what to do. They have to be willing to do stuff themselves, and they are on their own journey, all right? But we can respond to situations a lot more differently, and we can learn how to change the energy. So these are the 3 essential oils I would definitely recommend for you guys. And as many of you guys know right now, I only use doTERRA. So again, I will be promoting some of the classes that I will be offering in September as part of the Tamara's Place membership. And the reason why is because there are so many people that don't know how to use these oils. And I'm telling you, with my background and my expertise of being a Bach flower practitioner, I had many years of experience of understanding people's stories and to give them remedies. So essential oils came very easily to me. I will be teaching classes. So if you are currently buying your doTERRA oils from somebody else, that's okay. I'm not going to try and take you away from the person you bought them from, but you can learn how to use them more effectively for emotional rebalancing. Okay, so we'll be working on a little mini book this summer to put it together for you guys as a gift for the people participating. But again, when you start using them every single day and you're applying them topically, you're ingesting them, you're cooking with them, you're doing all kinds of fun stuff with them, not only are you going to feel better as a human being here on the planet, you're going to save money like you would not believe. All right, because you're going to start replacing a lot of over-the-counter toxic products that you've been using for so long and no one taught you how to use them, okay? So you can use them for physical ailments, physical symptoms, but I'm really going to teach you guys on how to use them more effectively for emotional breakthroughs, all right? So again, I'm just going to check, make sure nobody has any questions or comments on here, and then I will close off a little bit for you guys. Okay, so Dela, hi, beautiful. I would love a reading. Awesome. Yes. So send me a private message, Dela, or I will connect with you as well. I do respond to my own messages here on Facebook right now. Again, that's how people really do connect with me. And I don't ask people to pose their questions or their challenges on my wall, because I understand that when you're going through something, sometimes we don't want the whole world to know. All right. So usually people do message me. All right. So yes, I can help you. So remember, as it's still July the 10th, so 2 things I want to close off with you guys is Thursday. We've got 2 days away. It's the new moon. So I just want to remind you guys that the new moon is a time of when you step into what it is that you truly want. All right. So I want you to start thinking about and putting it into a little ball of energy. Visualize yourself drawing in people and places that can support you in your business. Maybe this is someone that can help you out. Maybe this is someone you can barter with, or just, buy from each other in business. Because again, as you meet more people in business, online and in the physical world, they can refer you as well. And that's really how I have always made money in my business, is basically through referrals, because as an inspirational storyteller, I literally help people who are entrepreneurs that are going through a crisis or a challenge in their business. And I support them by offering them holistic modalities and spiritual techniques to guide them through those challenges more effectively, so that they don't get lost and give up on themselves in their business. All right. But again, it's challenging times. So I'd rather see more people using these modalities than to do something else. All right. And I don't want people to give up. So that really is the basis of it. And in my membership in Tamara's Place, it's going to be starting again in September. Every Monday through Friday, I work with you guys as a group in the private Facebook membership group, and we work together each week. So, you guys are getting a journal. We work with the journals. I talk about essential oils that I'm feeling that I should be using to manifest what it is that I need. We do tarot readings, coaching, and all kinds of fun stuff. So again, I will be promoting and sharing more of that information with you guys as I gather all my information throughout the summer and get ready to launch for September. Okay. So this reading today actually applied to me too. Now, how awesome is that I'm here to support you guys, and yet I get the information as well. Okay. So more to come. And that's it. So again, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel under Tamara's Place, I'm going to encourage you guys to do so. You will get the live videos. There is going to be, and this is one of the bonuses and the free things you're going to get, and we will be doing it live. So it'll be open to anybody, whether it's your friends or whoever, is on the full moon. We are going to be doing live group meditations, and I will be using the essential oils, and we will be doing an energy clearing, and we will be drawing in some other energies from Mother Nature, such as the energy of the moon. I'll be pulling in goddess archetype energies as an energy healer, and and helping more people as well. So that's going to be on the full moon, and it will be open to the public. But again, we will be doing it from the membership group. All right. So that's coming up as well. So just remember, in 2 days, you got the new moon. So I do have my prayer that I've written here for the new moon. I'll be posting it on this page here, but I'm just going to look over to the side and read it to you right now. It is: draw in prime people and places. Bless us with fortune in lore. Oh, Mother Moon, so sweet. All right. So remember that the new moon is what you want to draw into your business. All right. Cheers. I will see you guys live here on Facebook next week at 222. Bye-bye for now.